Hello friends, this is tutorial number 77 in this C++ programming language course. In this tutorial we will talk about namespaces. Okay, we are usually using a standard namespace, and I want to show you something. We will create one void function, and the name of the function will be it. It will be a simple void function, and we will define some output. It will be we are having breakfast. It is a simple void function. But we also, this is simple hello world project. We don't need this hello world in our main application. And now I want to create another function, and it will have the same name. It will have the name of the function will be it. And inside I want to define another output. We are having lunch. And I also can create another function with the same name. We are having dinner. Okay, now we have three void functions with the same name, and now we want to call a function it in our main function. Let's call the function it. Now, what do you think, which function of this will be run? If we run this program, it will probably crash. Yes, it will. We will have. It will not crash. We will have an error. Why we have an error? Because we are overloading. We are overwriting a function, and it will, and our compiler is confused. We have three same function, and he is confused which of these function I will run, and that can be a problem. And now how we can resolve? We can resolve this by using a namespace. Okay, this is a standard namespace, but we need to define another namespace. For example, we will create namespace, and we can give a name first, for example. And I need a body, but this function it, this first function, will be inside this body, inside first namespace. And I will do the same for another two functions, namespace second, and I will surround this another function it with the second namespace, and I will create third namespace. Okay, I give the names first, second, third. You can give the name whatever you want. And this third function, it will be inside the third namespace. I need to format this source code a little. Okay, now it's better. As you can see, we have three void functions. with the same name, but the thing that is different, these functions, each of these functions is in another namespace. Function it in first namespace, function it in the second namespace, and function it inside the third namespace. Now we have, but again, if we run the program, we will have an error because it is not defined in the standard namespace that we are using. That means first we need to write the which namespace we will use, because these functions are inside the namespace. First we need to write the name of the namespace. We will write the first, and then after two dots we need to write the name of the function. Now it is first is the name of the namespace, and it is the name of the function. Now if I run this program, as you can see, we are having breakfast. We called the function from the first namespace. Now if I want to use second namespace, I will change here to second. Now we are using second namespace. The output should be we are having lunch. Let's see if it will work properly. As you can see, we are having lunch. And of course with the third, let's try the third namespace. I will build and run, and as you can see, we are having dinner. That's good. In this way we can create the same this means that we can create the same functions with the same name. It can have the same data type, but inside different namespace. And again, I will show you one more thing. But for example, I want to run just the function it, but if I want to run this program, I will have an error because I didn't define the namespace. But we can run the program. But before the main function, we need to write which namespace we will use. For example, we have a first, second, and including standard. We have defined a first and second and third namespace, and we can write using namespace first. We defined that inside the main method we will use also first namespace, and that means that we can use this function it from the first namespace. Now if I run the program, as you can see, we are having breakfast. Now we don't have error because we included first namespace inside the main function, and I also can change here to second. Now the output should be we are having a lunch. It is the eat function from the second namespace. We can test it. We are having lunch, and of course it's completely the same if I change to third. The output should be we are having dinner because we are using third namespace, and we are calling eat function as you can see, the output should be we are having dinner. Of course, we can use if we want to call eat function from the second namespace, we just need to call it. For example, we are still calling eat function, and if we want to print also the eat function from the second namespace, we will just call second and eat. Okay, and now we will have two outputs. We are having dinner, eat function from the third namespace, and we are calling also eat function from the second namespace. As you can see, the output should be we are having dinner. This is eat function from the third namespace, and we called also the second the eat function from the second namespace. Okay, when we are typing typing namespace here before main, in this case it is third, we don't need to call namespace. But if we are not using this namespace, for in this case we are not using in the main function, we are not using second namespace, we need to call first, we need to type, and if we want to call the eat function from the second namespace, for example, we need to write the namespace, and then we need to write the name of the function. I really hope that you understand this, and I really hope that you like this tutorial. If you like this tutorial, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. You can also follow me on Instagram. You have a link in the description, and I will see you in the next tutorial.